What's going on, guys? Good morning. Welcome back to United View. Welcome back to the Transfer View. I can't believe for at least 5 minutes you had even the thought of changing that bomb noise. And the other day...
you remember that? That other bomb was trash.
I mean, so iconic. You know what I mean? So iconic. And just the thought of... Even you didn't believe it when you pressed it at the time. You went, it's new.
You know what's so crazy about it, yeah, is I was like, distorted the sound. And I was like, but I just didn't feel good about it. It's like, when they try like a thing in wrestling, they try this shtick. They try this new thing that they want to do.
Try a new finishing move is what it is. You know, when they try a new finishing move, that's exactly what it is. It's like the Undertaker when he goes, I'm going to try a submission. You go, what are you doing, man? Chokeslam Tombstone. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Don't get twisted, though. When Undertaker developed and got the last ride, that's probably one of my favorites. That was up there. But stop it now.
It's true. So yes, we have a KO in the actual right order as well. The right order. Sometimes it's okay. Today it's literally KO. It works. Transfer View. Why? I'll tell you why. Because it's Yoro Day.
It's Yoro Day.
It's Yoro Day.
Oh, I've tested it everywhere else. I've done a short and we have no problems.
I think it's fine. Yeah, go for it.
It's what day? It's Yoro. We are Leny Yoro. Himali channel go clear. No excuses. Tell them no. Our girl. Man United say we back up. We are Leny Yoro.
Hold that, Rob.
Europe. Himali channel go clear. We will not go. I won't go. Man United say we're back up. United.
I forgot that bit was at the end.
Yes.
And someone's pointed out in the chat, not only is it Euro Day, it's Thursday as well, KG.
Thursday, bro. Yeah. I've been predicting this for years, mate.
Thursday. Yes, it is possibly Leny Yoro Day today. We could be waiting on an announcement. He had his medical yesterday. We'll be chatting about all the latest details of that. It's good that KG's here because Wan-Bissaka, his son, might be on his way out of Manchester United in a move to West. He was so upset he pulled the lead out. Could be going to West Ham, £20 million, possibly a move there. We're also going to be talking about Rabiot. Yes, that one. Could that one be resurfacing once again? We chatted about that because he looks like he's going to be leaving Juventus. And we're also going to be looking at a Mason Greenwood announcement today too. So there is so much going on. Yesterday was insane, by the way.
Yesterday was... Where do we start? Where do we start? Because we really need to, there's so much to talk about. It must be so exciting. Like, Man United fans, well, we're in the content creation part of supporting United, right? So it's work. It's like work, but obviously you're still a fan. But there's that excitement because literally I was getting frustrated as a Man United fan. In the morning yesterday, I was like,
you went through the emotions.
I went through all the emotions.
Yeah,
I was getting frustrated, and I was like, because I knew basically, I was just aware that we have so much to do, Owen, in terms of the people that were upset with the club. Well, they're not wrong for some of the things they're upset with. We did finish 8th last season. So all is, while we some people call us positivity merchants, yes, we won the FA Cup, but there's still major issues at the club. There was still 20 to something attempts on goal. There was still bedding in the new goalkeeper. There was still so much wrong. And it's like, I hear that we got the new structure, but then the people that are going to play the games are still here. I need to see movement now.
You want to see it?
Movement now. I need to see something that lets us know, okay, we're in the right space. And then tours come in. You think, oh my God, we're in Scotland soon. And then it's going to be Arsenal. Then before you know it, and this club pre-structure was a club that, one deal really slowly. Can we get them on the tour? maybe not. We'll see them back when we have that game at home. You know, that awkward game at home versus Real Betis or someone's.
Well, we don't have that this year because of the Community Shield, do we? That's
Yeah.
like, yeah, it's just even worse.
This is what I'm saying. But then this is what it used to be. But then yesterday, the club just said, "Hey, guess what? Hey, let's show these lot that we mean business. Let's show these lot that while we're actually working on this mad deal to bring in Euro, we're actually negotiating a Wan-Bissaka, and we're in negotiations with McTominay and with West Ham with McTominay." So for everyone, I'll quickly end by saying this: for everyone that is looking from the outsiders looking, they're like, "Why are you lot so happy?" We're happy because we don't actually recognize our club doing normal business, because we've not done it for plus 10 years. Normal business, trying to be first, trying to be proactive, trying to not just go for things because someone's offered them to us, but actually having a plan. That's what we like.
Yeah, no, it's true. And as KG mentioned, when it comes to Leny Yoro, everything happened so quickly yesterday. It was really insane, wasn't it? But when it comes to Leny Yoro, indeed, we got this. Oh, that's the wrong one. That's what I was looking at. That was good. That's strange. There we go. That's the right one. The journalist yesterday, Nabil Dejelit, KG.
Yeah, respect to his name.
Yeah,
respect to his name. Hold on, I got
Nabil Dejelit, he posted last night, and when he posts now, I believe it. He said Leny Yoro has successfully passed his Manchester United medical. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. Manchester United will make everything official on Thursday. That being today. Today's Thursday.
Was for the season.
Exactly. Ben Jacobs also has said that Leny Yoro will sign a 5+1 contract with Manchester United. And interestingly, a bit of insight how this whole thing came together, KG, tactical insight. Yoro decided to join after being impressed by Manchester United's hands-on appraisal and pitch to him, and the decisive way they also agreed a fee with Lille. So he was actually impressed. Man, these guys, Siren's in the chat, these guys really, really want me. These guys are really interested. They're making a straightforward pitch. They've agreed a deal with Lille really quickly. They mean business. Yeah. Manchester United believe that 18-year-old will become an elite centre-back, more than justifying the outlay that they have paid, which is kind of the weird thing that the ops are bringing up, isn't it? You know, the people that are very sort of like, they're going, "Oh, you paid a lot of money for an 18-year-old with 1 year left on your contract." Exactly. Santiago Una saying the same thing. Leny Yoro has successfully passed his Manchester United medical. He visited all the club facilities yesterday afternoon. He will sign his United contract and officially join the club tomorrow morning. So we could be getting an announcement possibly while we're live. And this one you'll enjoy, KG.
Go live.
This one you'll enjoy. Mario Cortegana, the athletic sort of Spanish journalist, he said Real Madrid considered Leny Yoro as a generational talent during their pursuit of the player and wanted to sign him this summer. So don't pretend, because I've also seen this, KG. I've also seen. Have you seen the weird justifications?
The Euro.
Yeah. Have you seen those, or the well, if the Real Madrid didn't want to pay, kind of been that.
He's never. I saw a City fan saying that Real Madrid were never in for Euro. It was just him and Lille trying to boost up the price so Man United get done. That's what they're saying. They're saying, right, bro, hilarious. But you know what's even more funnier about this situation? I didn't realize how serious Liverpool wanted Euro. I had no idea. I now went onto Liverpool fan channels. I typed Liverpool. This is, you know me, I am petty. Yeah. I typed in Liverpool Euro on YouTube. He's in so many thumbnails. He's just there, and it's like generational talent. Why he's this? Why? And they can't do nothing about those videos. They exist. It's like, you know, when we went crazy for Frankie De Jong and really wanted him. Yeah. They've done that with this guy. I had no idea. So it's brilliant. Like, everyone's getting excited. Like, everyone's sad. Everyone there. And now, you know what? You have to take back what you said. This guy's generational. By the way, I found who said the Mbappe of defenders. It's Fabrizio Romano. It's Fabrizio Romano. He done it again the other day. He done his yesterday show. He's like, Roma just see him as the Mbappe of defenders. I said, okay. Because I remember I saw someone say it, and I was like, where have I seen that news? But it's brilliant. I love it. Like, I love the tears. I love the fact that Man United. I was watching Don Robbie video, and he's getting upset about Calafiori, yeah. And you know when Arsenal fans really come together, that's when they tell their truths, innit? I looked in the comment section, it said Aston Villa, Man United making serious moves. What the hell are we doing?
That's the weird thing, yeah, because we've been that for not just like last year, we've been that every year for like a decade, where we see other clubs signing players early on in the window and we go, oh, we're not doing business. Then we have the pushback. Well, it's still early, and no, it's not the right price. This, that, and the other, and you're right. And I think if there was ever a true indication of just how big Manchester United is, and just how much people hate us, by the way, it is the moment we signed an 18-year-old. Right, he's 18. The amount of knives that are out to try and gaslight Man United fans to say, you know, he's not that good. You know he's not that good. You know, even though he was good when your team wanted him, or when Real Madrid wanted him, generational. I even saw like Paddy Power. I mean, I know they do things tongue in cheek, but their thing was like, you know, congratulations to Leny Yoro for going to Manchester United and ruining his career in 3 years' time, or something like that. And I thought the fact that you say that joke is, I was like, they're getting their jokes in because they've got to get it out of the way. Can't use them in a few months' time. Can't use them in a year's time. You know what I mean? Hopefully, that kind of thing. So, yeah, look, I am really, really excited by this. I'm on the same kind of thing that you are still, though, when I go, and I don't want to get greedy. But, you know, when it's like, we said it after Joshua Zirkzee, when we signed him, we went, brilliant. On to the next one. And with Yoro, it is going to be the same. It's like, unbelievable deal. Can't believe we pulled it off. Really excited by it. Hopefully going to be on the tour. Fantastic. Still work to do.
Bro, I've literally, when you lot said Euro Day, I wasn't thinking about Euro Day. I was like, that's done. What's next? Literally,
You're good.
In my mind, I was like, that's done. We've parked that. Now let's go and sort out this other stuff, because there's real business to be done. You know, Man United, by according to things I'm hearing,
sources. Where is the headphone? Sources.
Like according to the noises that we're hearing,
Ineos have signed Leny Yoro.
Now, what am I going to say? yeah.
Now,
it really does the deal.
Transfer be involved.
£50 million. Now, so anyway, Man United need to sell certain players, because Matthias de Ligt is still pretty much waiting for United. If Man United go out and sign Matthias de Ligt, oh my goodness, because then they have nothing to say. They literally, they actually have nothing to say. They're stuck, because now you can say, oh yeah, they're really serious now. I can see that this is beyond, like, if they get rid of Maguire and they start to look at our age group of the players that we have in.
Point, yeah.
I think Beth from United Stand, she posted, she goes, it was that picture of Rasmus, Kobe, Garnacho. And they said, wait, you're telling me you added Zirkzee and Euro to that? Yeah. To that young core. Whoa. Come on. That's mad. Like, look at that young core and said, there's another youth. Yeah. You know, I mean,
that's the thing with Euro, isn't it? Is that for all of the hype and talk around him and the excitement surrounding the deal, you forget, like, 18, he's younger than Kobe. Like, that's what we're talking. He's younger than Kobe Mainoo, who we all go, well, let's be careful. You know, he's still very, very young. Yeah. And we've signed a guy who's 18, and we're still, I mean, they're again describing him as generational talent. We're not even going to see the best version for maybe a couple of years. Maybe we will. Maybe he is just going to be that good. But what it has done, it's secured that spot for.
Oh yeah. No, but he could. Let's understand it as well. And this is probably what people might not want to hear, but it's the truth in terms of Ten Hag feels no way playing teenagers. Like, none at all.
Yeah, he doesn't care.
He's not bothered. He's like, are you serious? Are you going to listen? Are you going to go through brick walls? I think Zlatan said it in an interview. He said he's good. He's better working with like younger players that he can really mold into what he wants. older players that already kind of understand the game and stuff. It's always going to be hard to get from a Varane and Casemiro to buy into what he's trying to do. So
Arteta's the exact same thing with that. Goes in there, a lot of senior people that have got their own thoughts, ideas stuck in their way. And not to say that they're, arrogant or anything like that. Yeah, exactly. It's just a case of some coaches prefer to work with a younger group of players because they're more likely, sometimes, not all the time, but they're more likely to sort of follow exactly to the T what the coach is looking for. And that's what football is nowadays. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of creativity. It is like follow the instruction, follow the game plan, listen to what I say. How often, KG, have we come on here and be like, our performance wasn't good enough or something, and you hear Ten Hag go, get asked a question in a press conference or an interview, is that what you told him at halftime? No, I didn't tell him that at halftime. They just didn't listen.
This is it. I'm telling you, it's so crazy because now it's like, and we can't forget, Sir Alex did this. He wanted, when he came through and he brought in these younger players, he wanted that control. He has Sharp and Giggs and stuff, and he's like, you're a bit of you got a screw loose there. I can't keep you in this because I still want to be in charge. And when you talk about the level of how in charge he was then, in terms of their lives, if there was like house parties and stuff, Sir Alex is pulling up like, what's going on here? Because even players getting married,
isn't it? Imagine getting a knock at the door, house fights. Alex Ferguson.
He's outside.
Who's at the door? Alex Ferguson's at the door. No, seriously, he's here.
Imagine how rattled you are at the house party, bro. You just giving it.
He's at the house. He's at the house party, and what are you doing here?
He could have been killed.
You know what? No words. This is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about someone. They said that Sir Alex would have made a monumental change if he worked with Gaza. Like but you understand who Gascoigne's character and temperament is. But then we look at what Sir Alex did with Rooney. Rooney, again, when you look at his body type and how he is now, not saying he was not dedicated to the game, but then he still has to deal with that's an upwards climb. He got Rooney on he really worked on Rooney, if we're being honest, and made him fulfill a lot of potential. With these kind of players that with where we're trying to go at Man United, we're different from any other club. You do need a manager that is in control, that the players are going to listen to. And again, going young is very smart.
We got a bunch of super chats and member chats to get to. MXG says, KG believed. Happy Euro Day. Tabrez says, Burner Boy got nothing on KG. We have Leny Yoro. Starlord's been a member for 25 months. Says, if we get Xerxes, Yoro, De Ligt, Ugarte, that's an 8 out of 10 window for me. Big up absolutely everyone. It's a pleasure being part of the community. Big up to you. Appreciate 25 months of support. Wow. Andy H has been a member for 2 years, 24 months. Says, it feels different. Oh, we don't say that phrase.
No, this is the time.
Ineos timed this, waited for Real Madrid to be busy with an Mbappe announcement to bounce and convince George Mendes, Ronaldo's agent, to give us Euro. Ruben says, please interview Samuel Luckhurst on UV. I don't think he does any interviews, Samuel Luckhurst. Court Star's been a member for 8 months. Says, if we get Leny Yoro, is that your song again? Is that the song?
You know what? We do have it. Hey, we have Leny Yoro. That's it.
Court Star says, if we get Leny Yoro, and just give me Delight in the same window, whispers, going on a title charge. You don't realize you've set an expectation now. Every signing there's got to be a song. You're going to be in the studio. You're going to be dropping an album by the end of the window.
There's got to be a song.
Shahil Patel's been a member for 25 months. Says, big up to everyone at United View. I'm about to complete my bachelor's degree. The UV content has helped me get through tough times thanks to the whole crew. Big up to you and congratulations.
Congratulations. What? In over the line. In what?
Yeah, let us know. Let us know what your bachelor's degree is in.
Yeah. Well done, man.
Tracy says, big up KG and Owen. I'm pumped after signing Xerxes and Yoro. Now hope we line up De Ligt and Ugarte. Ivor Clips says, Owen, any new responses from Madrid regarding Yoro? Actually, I do have that. We do have the statement. Once again, I can read out because I managed to save it on here. That was the Real Madrid one. This was the Liverpool one.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh dear.
That's what that was. PS says, it's starting to get warm. Can you guys make KG flip-flops to UV merchandise? That is so true, by the way.
Indeed.
That is so true. We do genuinely.
There's going to be more flip-flops. We're going to, bro, we're going to flip-flop.
We need to have some UV flip-flops. Like, that is so true.
It's actually crazy.
Yeah.
No, my flip-flopping is absolutely disgusting. I said that you guys were on par with me at times. Remember that Trinity?
Yeah. You're just as bad as me. I don't recall it happening in 5 minutes. I can't remember.
You know you're a liar.
Yeah. Also, PS says, have you contacted Harry Pinero to see who's tapped up yet next? Did you see that? He was chatting to Leny Yoro. Yeah. Did you see that?
Harry.
Yeah.
I
Did you see it?
That. No, but I just see Agent. I see said Agent Harry, and I was like,
yeah. He was like, I'll pick you up at Manchester Airport, and Leny Yoro was like, oh, only God knows. And he's like, well, we'll see.
Yo, do you know what's so crazy? I gotta call him. But then he liked the song. He's in the what you call it. He likes the song. He likes the song. So I just can't believe, like, honestly, man, I'm so happy for Man United fans. This is how, like, truly, my true feelings is I'm proper happy for Man United fans because we deserve this, really. You know, we deserve to be, like, just a club with some self-respect. You know, we've just been, like, down in the dumps. You don't realize the devastation that the Glazers caused in their time here. But imagine all you have to do is put people in that actually know what they're doing. All you got to do is actually put in people that is their role in real life. Yeah. Someone said to Darren Fletcher, I hear the technical support fee. I hear you. You know the title. I hear you.
Yeah.
However, what I'm seeing from you, what you're bringing right now is feeling like player liaison. So what we're going to do is just move you over here. You know what I mean? And then after said, we're going to get someone that does this for a living. So everyone that does that's doing their job, actually, this is who they are. Like, they have experience. So now when you're getting Mr. Barads, Omar Barads. you got young Barads, bro. They said CEO. We said, bro, and I don't even think we're actually understanding because City was salty about the Barada one. That was the first piece that we did. And we were so confident. We said, let's bring in Barads, yeah? And we can let him sit there. We don't care. Garden leave, we respect it. No problem. Yeah? Now, he got his laptop and just went to go work in the studio. He went to go work in his little, wherever his room was, we're in the garden, and it was open. Yeah?
That's such a good point. That's such a good point, KG. He started officially on Saturday. By Thursday, he signed Leny Yoro.
No.
He started
as soon as he handed in his notice. He started working because there's emails between him and Dan Ashworth. Yeah?
But I mean, like, officially, in terms of he didn't have to, he could be much more open with this kind of stuff. And he went, finally, he went, finally, I can be myself, Leny Yoro, by Thursday.
So you got Barads here doing a mad thing. Then he said, let's quickly get in. Wilcox is already in there doing his thing. You got Blanc in there. Blanc has good relationship with PSG. So now you're starting to see these guys are walking in here with their contacts. This is stuff that Man United never had because these guys are bankers that have been promoted. They're brand people. Now, some of the work that Wood was able to do in terms of brand relationships and getting us paid in dark times, brilliant. But imagine we made this move earlier. We wouldn't have these PSR issues because we would have identified players who really would have fit the system. We wouldn't have made all these years of mistakes as the main guy is saying. Sir Jim comes out and says, we spent the same money as Real Madrid. But Real Madrid have built a new stadium and won multiple Champions Leagues. Something's wrong here.
You know what mad is? Richard Arnold sat in the pub and said, we're burning through cash, yeah? Yeah? And then he carried on doing it anyway. Do you know how mad that is?
We're
Remember,
gonna
that was the summer that we signed Anthony and all those guys and Casemiro. He
Yeah.
sat in the pub a few weeks before that. Went, we're burning free cash, mate. I'm looking around Carrington. I'm seeing £1 billion, but I can't actually see it anywhere. And he went, "How is that going to be fixed? Let's go get Anthony. Let's go get Casemiro." Richard, what are you doing?
Hey, look, he's here in the chat. It's Turkish. Yeah, you Turkish. We able to sign a player. We signed a generational talent with a broken roof, mate. You're still struggling to sign Calafiori and your is fixed. So I don't know what's going on there. You lot challenged and you lot this and you lot that. You lot got Champions League football. Sign him then. What's going on? What are you waiting for? Go and sign Calamari, bro.
Well, and also as well, you know, KG, we have finished 8th and Europa League and Ten Hag, terrible coach and all that. Still managed to win more than Arteta, hasn't he, in terms of, you know, actual proper trophies.
Where's your striker, bro? Go outside. Get busy.
But, you know, to be fair, though, you got to be nice. Congratulations on their second place trophies. They've done
it's great job.
Yeah. And actually, congratulations. They won the Champions League when they beat Porto on penalties. That was good.
Again, congratulations.
Yeah,
man.
congratulations. Yeah. Really,
congratulations.
Really big.
Yeah. What else have they done in the last 4 years? Whoa.
Oh, this is quite interesting. I've just got a voice note from Turkish. He just got to
believe.
Hey, listen, don't rub me in that belief thing, yeah? It doesn't work. Someone is telling me.
Believe.
Because anyway, he's gone. See that? He took believe to England, bro. He done the international belief, bro. Got knocked out.
You say we should stop believing. You should ignore the advice of, was it Journey? Don't stop believing. No, stop. Seriously.
It's Turkish. Hold on. Let me connect it. Here we go. Look, wait. I need to connect this to the. Wait a second. Hold on, Turkish. So the whole fans can hear you and Owen can respond. Turkish.
Yes, mate.
Can you hear him as well, Owen?
I can hear him. Can you hear me?
Can you hear?
I can hear Owen.
All right, wicked. Good morning, Turkish. How are you?
Morning. I'm just chasing up if we're gonna do the same bets again this year since you're in such a giddy mood.
No, so I'm basically in betting anonymous at the moment, and I'm in betting anonymous now. Don't get twisted, Turkish. The best
is
time
Owen in betting. Is Owen
in betting anonymous. Owen, are you in betting anonymous?
Watch out. Look how we have come here.
Yes, Owen. No, but don't get twisted. You know the best time to ask me, yeah? You see, because I know that I'll have moments of weakness, yeah? When I think prime moment of weakness on tour after the Arsenal game.
Yeah, that's a good time. That's a good time to do it. That's a good time to do the bet. That's a good time to do the bet after the Arsenal game on tour, because someone's going to be really high, someone's going to be really low.
On tour after the Arsenal game, if you say to me, "What do you want to bet?"
Yeah, but Owen, but like he's very high now. I'm very low. Like, I can't believe Arsenal haven't signed anyone. Calafiori looks like it's in the mud. I can't believe what's going on at my club. Whereas KG's, look at him, morning time. It's not even 10 a.m. yet. Look at the teeth shining, smiling. He's so happy.
So what you're trying to say?
Nah, don't try to. This is how we did it last time.
One of the best young centre backs in the world, apparently. Like, come on, man.
I remember. Nope. I remember last season.
I can't get any lower than this. I can't get any lower than this. So
He's crying in his car.
Hey, Sugar Turkish as well. You got knocked out by the Netherlands, and England had to mash up that work. How do you feel that Southgate did better than your national team?
How do you feel that we both left the tournament with nothing? How do you feel about that?
I feel like an Arsenal fan.
With absolutely nothing.
I feel like an Arsenal fan.
I'm cosplaying.
I feel like an Arsenal fan.
I think Nigerian.
No. United. No, because United, as a United fan. Look, this is what we did last time. One morning, you called into the show and we made mad bets, bro. We made, I think our thing got up to £600 to £700, and I said, nope,
That's ridiculous.
not again. You're not doing this to me again. It's not happening, bro. Listen, how do you feel about Man United making moves when we got a broken roof and you're still struggling to sign?
Do you want me to? Do you want me to be honest, or do you want me to like? What do you want from me?
Oh
right
no,
now?
go. I want you to be Turkish. I want to.
Shall I be honest?
Yeah.
I can't believe the hype that I'm seeing all United fans are on at this moment in time. I can't believe it. You man ain't seen 270 minutes of Euro football.
We are Leny Yoro. He man no go
Copyright.
We don't know. No excuses.
Please.
Leny Yoro. What? Hey, Turkish. Hey, bro. Hold on. Hold on. It's gonna be fine, bro. Wait, hold on. What's the line? I've got the last line for you.
Smoking on your tears, fam.
Get rid of him. His own man, bro. His own boss.
Smoking on your tears, fam.
Jump around in the front of the black while. Good. I love it, bro. I love it. This is what we're talking about.
He's crying in his car.
Oh,
Nah, I'm in a good mood, bro. It makes sense. It makes sense, and we deserve this. I think I deserve it. Because guess what? The fans, the rivals are rattled.
I think
the rivals are rattled. It's good.
That's good. A couple more super chats. Jeremy's been a member for 2 months. Says, big up the UV family every time. It's Euro Day. 5 more signings, and I believe we'll get top 3. Win the Europa League and FA Cup. Smash a like. All about the Euro. KG, OnlyFans KG, says, yes. KG, release all your songs, including DR in Spotify. And OnlyFans KG also says, Turkish move, man, go buy some dog food. So there you go. We have to move on because we've got to talk about Wan-Bissaka. We've also got nearly 1,800 people watching, currently at 621 likes. Let's see if we can get to 1,000 likes. I mean, it's Euro Day. Yeah, if you can't get to 1,000 likes on Euro Day, I don't know when you can. But let's talk about Wan-Bissaka. This might actually bring the mood down slightly, Casey. I feel like you're quite, you're a bit emotional about this one.
I'm really sad.
Yeah, but it's being reported by the account ex-West Ham United employee who's a big West Ham insider. And it was reported yesterday by quite a few people. I think TalkSport was saying it. Chris Wheeler was saying that Wan-Bissaka could be on his way to West Ham.
What is that sound?
I don't know. What is that sound, Cage? It's coming from you.
I haven't got any kids at home.
Yeah, what is that sound? Investigate, KG.
Next door neighbor.
Right.
I was like, I haven't got any kids.
You guys didn't see yet, but the fear on KG's face, thinking that somehow a child was still at home when they were meant to be, he was like, oh my God.
I was like, Owen, first I thought it was a sound. I thought like something was playing through the computer. And I was like, that's got to be, that's not right. I was like, I know I dropped the kids to school this morning.
I mean, honestly, guys, you didn't see it, but the fear on KG's face, he thought, did I bring one home? Like...
No, you know what's so funny, yeah? You know, you have to,
I'm going to read this out. We're not even on the screen at the moment. We're not on the screen. A fee of £80 million, potentially to £20 million with add-ons, is being discussed by West Ham and Manchester United for Aaron Wan-Bissaka. The right-back reportedly is keen on the move. KG, you were saying.
All right, we're back to this Aaron Wan-Bissaka thing.
What were you going to say? What were you going to say about the road children?
Oh, so this is the thing, so I'm really childish and really silly, yeah? But then, sometimes you call me and I'm in dad mode, yeah?
Yes, very much.
I'm a parent.
Yeah,
so that sound, yeah, that goes off and then we lose, what you call it. Even the other day, you see me in different modes. You're like, when I'm in performer mode, you remember
Guys. So we were at this again, we were at this thing. And KG was doing something. He's always performing, but he was legitimately performing. And he came down, or something else was going on, and he had a bit of fluff on his back. And because if I see anything like that, it's got to go. Like it's got it's got to be fixed. So behind him, like a good friend, I just sort of brushed the back of his shoulder like this, just get a bit of fluff on it. I went, there you go. And he turned around and he was in performer mode and he looked past me. This was not recognized. This was not recognized at all. And he just went, thank you. And back onto stage. And I went, I don't think he knows that's me, even though he was looking me dead in the eye. And afterwards, I went, I got the fluff off your back and whatever. And you went, yes, you did. You did. Like, as if, like, your brain registered it, but immediately went, that's not important at the moment. That's not important.
Yeah.
It's
and that's
locked in here.
That's the thing. So when that gig turns on, it's different. So I was thinking, what is that? Yeah. Anyway, but hope the child's okay.
Yeah, me too.
I've never heard that before. Anyway, on Wan-Bissaka, we have to get here. It's
£20 million. You happy with that? A year left on his contract too. £20 million. I mean, one's in the chat if you're happy, two's if you're not.
It's just, you know what it is. There's two ways to really look at this, right? He's a good defender. He's a good number 2, but he was last season, him and Delo was really battling it out for who takes the shirt. And he had a great start. Now, what you're losing is, well, who replaces him and maybe knows their role or kind of accepts? Like, who's the next guy that can do what he does? One of the best 1v1 defenders in the world. I cannot deny it. Like, if you're in trouble, yeah, and you're playing someone pacey that's dangerous on the wing, put Wan-Bissaka there. We'll be fine. You know what I mean? He might get a bit of change, but you don't expect him to get too much. So he's been consistent for years, you know? So there's a little part of me that's like, we're still going to have to go out and buy someone new. But then I do like the way Man United are moving, where we're doing these deals with these players and stuff. And we're saying, look, over 4 to 5 years, if we find another guy that we bring in and we say, I don't know, it's a 20 million, or if we go cheaper, 15 million over 4 or 5 years spread out, it kind of makes sense. We just have to find the right player who can deliver as a minimum what Wan-Bissaka can. And I think I think that's not as easy to replace as we're saying.
It's an interesting one. I can see in the chat, there's ones, there's twos, there's like 1.5. So it's quite conflicted. And do you know what it is, I think? It's because it's, as you mentioned, it's the quality of his one-on-one defending. Because I think there's a general acceptance, isn't there, when it comes to Wan-Bissaka? Like, if you're going to play the way that, well, who knows what the actual Erik ten Hag way is, but like certainly very, very comfortable on the ball, inverting, almost at points becoming sort of a central midfielder, that kind of fullback. Wan-Bissaka doesn't fit that. He does not fit that profile. He is at points a sort of square peg in a round hole, if that is the case. But because Manchester United aren't there yet, he does fit, because there are games where we're on the back foot, we're under the cosh, and they've got this winger on the left-hand side of their team that you know is going to be a one-on-one battle, and he's their most dangerous player. And Wan-Bissaka can go up against him and win that battle. We've seen him do it in so many games.
Salah, Mbappe, the list goes on. Matoma, Son, he's gone against, and he's won these battles. In
the final against City was Doku in the second half, wasn't it? You know, he's done against like Grealish and others. Like in big games, we hope that he's almost starting to do that, because we know we're not as good as that other team, so we're going to be on the back foot. So we need that kind of player.
Sterling, how much did he score against? When Wan-Bissaka was playing?
I can't remember. I think
he's got this mad goal drought apparently. So it's mental.
So there's that, and it's almost like United have to find the right time to make the decision of, okay, when do we want to take that next step of having both of our fullbacks be quite, comfortable on the ball, can be multifunctional, can be again inverted in midfield and all that kind of stuff. And I think probably the conflict stems from us going, yeah, we know long-term, like that's not the fit for us. But we also know we're not there yet. And because we're not there yet, would it be worth sort of keeping him and also focusing on getting those other positions and then maybe circling back to the right back thing maybe a year later or what have you. But the only other issue is that it's timing, isn't it? It's timing. He's got a year left on his contract. So we have to do something now. We have to do something now. And we have to make that decision. And you go, well, then do you give him like a new contract for like 3 or 4 more years?
The live chat won a poll and they want to say like what they want to do on that one. I think it's it's difficult because it probably is. We're at that space of change in it, and some change is scary, you know. The part of me that's like, because with like all the rivals that call in and say, well, you haven't done anything yet, there's a point, you know. And while we're getting excited and we're hoping everything's going to be different, we don't want to shoot ourselves in the foot how we did with like Fred, for instance. We were like, let's get rid of Fred, McTominay, McFred, we need to rip it up. The season started and was like,
well, even initially, like in fairness, you know, like with Onana, when it was like 6 months there, it was like, he's taken a while to settle in here. There's a couple of mistakes and you know what I mean? Like that kind of, when you don't know, and it's like now, I think everyone will be like, okay, cool, happy with Onana, you know, it's fine. But there will be that period initially where you're like, could have used with that at the moment. You know, that's just
what I'm saying. We had the moments where we missed De Gea. We had moments when we missed Fred, you know, and no one would have said, hey, we missed Fred. People are going to say, like, I don't believe this is going to be the case. But people are going to say, maybe when we're looking for a late goal, I think we missed McTominay. I think the person that says that deserves to be flogged. But, like, someone will feel that way because you're so used to when we're struggling, McTominay comes crashing in and scores this goal, and it's a passionate celebration. But then if you're trusting the process,
we miss Herrera.
You're trusting what Barades is trying to do because he's got the spreadsheet. And he's looking at everyone and he's saying, well, PSR, we don't owe him that much left on his contract. We can actually make some profit from this sell. I think it's the right time to do it. Pick up another young right back. Pick up another young right back or multifunctional one. So I know he's been looking at that 30 guy that can play in multiple positions.
Yeah.
And then he might be someone smart to bring in. I mean, that could make a lot of sense because what you now have is, let's say we did bring in 30, what we could do is you could make him be the right back, but Delot's the main one. And then after, sometimes he can help out on the left-hand side. And if you want Luke Shaw to merge into that thing of defending or looking after Martinez when he's out, and you have Luke Shaw as the left centre-back at times. Are you with me? So then after you got Malacia and Ferdy potentially sharing that role. So then this guy is going to be left, right side, but then he's just multifunctional. He can give you more. Who knows? That could be the move that we go forward in. And then after you're getting versatility.
Like I said, I do think part of it is a sense of fear. I think also when you have to look at Ten Hag, as much as Ten Hag has utilised Wan-Bissaka a lot over his 2 seasons, not to say that he hasn't, but I think his initial perception of Wan-Bissaka does speak volumes. I mean, it was quite obvious quite quickly that he was like, Dallow's more of the kind of right back I'm really looking for from a technical point of view. And then when Dallow got injured coming out of the World Cup, then Wan-Bissaka came in. And by that point, Ten Hag had kind of pivoted his tactics a little bit and was a bit more, say, traditional with his fullbacks. He was like, actually, this Wan-Bissaka guy, he's a useful tool. But eventually, a bit like the Ole Gunnar Solskjaer thing, eventually you go, got to bite the bullet. We've got to make the next step. We've got to make this next step. Got to play that more progressive style. And I've got to have more options to play that progressive style. I think, and he's got a year left in his contract. So we've got to make a decision now. We might not want to, but we've got to make a decision now. Mm-hmm. I think 20 million quid for a right back with a year left in his contract, I think it's pretty good going. I have to remember it's a right back as well. They're not exactly super expensive in the market. So I think £20 million would be good going. And then it would be a case of, like you say, okay, who do you then get? Because obviously we're almost in a bit of a one in, one out situation, position-wise, aren't we, really? Especially with right backs, but we'd have to get another one. So who that would be, I don't know. It might be, again, a young player that is a proper understudy to Dallow, but we're excited by them. They might be another one that's like 20 or something.
Don't
21.
forget, was heavily looking at Dumfries, heavily. It was supposed to be
Frimpong, haven't we? We've been linked with him, although I think he'd be quite
he was
expensive.
more linked. I think it was more linked to with Dumfries than anything I've like. But that was pre new structure, you know.
Yeah.
That was the old structure that said, you know, but I don't know, maybe they'll probably go for someone else. But then he's being linked with us heavy. I haven't seen, again, it's not someone I've watched play a lot of times, so I don't know. But I just know that he was on the Man United list at a time.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens. Certainly looks like there is definitely legs in this story. And of course, if anything else happens, we'll let you know. We're less than 200 likes away, by the way, from 1,000 likes. We've still got over 1,800 people watching. It's been an unbelievable show thus far. Yeah, and we move on, by the way. Actually, let me double check Super Chats I'm caught up with, make sure I'm on top of things. Joe Fleming says, Yoro's going to lock up Arsenal when we play. Cry more. Oh, I'll tell you what, most likely probably play against Arsenal on tour. Most likely, I would have thought. Let's talk about Rabiot, KG. Yes, Adrian Rabiot. Fabrizio Romano said last night, Adrian Rabiot is set to leave Juventus and pick a new club as a free agent this summer. Unless something crazy happens, he's not going to sign a new deal at Juventus despite the proposal. Rabiot's camp already in contact with several clubs over the next move. And in a response to this, a French journalist said that Rabiot's dream transfer is Manchester United. Rabiot is currently a free agent. Now, I'll let you know in the chat, or ask you in the chat rather, Rabiot, would you take him? 1 for yes, 2 for no. My thing, KG, yeah, if 2 years ago he was too expensive, remember with John going out to Turin, meeting with Rabiot's mother and all that, I think that meeting maybe lasted an hour because he was in and out of that Turin airport very, very quickly, very fast. Our circumstances are quite similar, actually, at this time now, because then we were in the Europa League and he was like, want to play Champions League football. This season, we're in the Europa League. We're not playing Champions League football. His wage demands were high then. They would most likely be high now. And this doesn't feel like, with what we've seen thus far, Xerxes, Yoro, how he brought in the football leadership team, this doesn't feel like a deal that Ineos would do. But do you think there's any possibility? What would you like to see happen?
So initially, the petty side of me says, well, we chased you before heavily. You turned us down. So when did you start dreaming about Man United? Do you know what I mean? I actually posted a picture of throwing someone out of bed because, bro, wake up. That dream you're having, it's a nightmare for us. You know, but then we have to now step back, not be in your feelings, yeah, which is difficult for me, but let's look at this thing.
New KG.
Hold on.
Yeah, wait a minute. You said you're a new KG.
Hold on. So we people are being smart about the Eriksen situation. We're gonna sell Eriksen at some point. He was a free agent. Is it smart to bring in the likes of because our midfield is still light. They're still not totally fixed. I think there's still pieces that we do need. Ugarte will be great. I know that Ugarte will be great. Amrabat will be great. I think Man United are seriously, they must be beyond considering Amrabat because he's still here. Literally, like they must have told him, Amrabat, we're trying to work something out. We're seeing if we can get rid of McTominay or somebody. Sit tight, you know.
Yeah.
So
well, he's not trading with Fiorentina, is he? He's doing exactly what he did last time, which is training by myself.
He laughed. You know, so if we was to say Eriksen out, Rabiot in, how do you feel about that? Well, that's what we're really saying. It's a free agent, right?
That's the interesting thing, isn't it? I think that it's the fact that it's a free transfer moves the rocks people's eyebrow up a little bit, doesn't it? The problem is there is no such. You can do it, KG.
Got no eyebrows though.
I mean, KG, you're just moving your head down every time you do it. You're going like this. Keep trying.
It's okay.
Well, let's hope no acting scenes come up. So what you got to do is raise your eyebrow on this. Shit, I'd rather cry. Yeah, but there's no such thing as a free transfer. Just ask Real Madrid and Kylian Mbappe because there's a lot of stuff that goes with it. Agent fees, signing on bonuses, wages, what have you. I think that Rabiot, if he does leave Juventus, I think his mother, his agent, I think that she will try it. Probably pick up the phone to Man United and go, look, we had some chats a couple of years ago with the old guys. What would it be? If he was willing, put it this way, if he was willing to take a pay cut, a significant one, and it was a free transfer, you would go, well, it's not. We saw him play at the Euros. He's not a bad player. We must stress he's not a bad player. But I look at this and I'm just not sure I could see Ineos doing it unless they managed to negotiate a deal that really benefited United and they were happy with. So we know we've just seen like 5-year deals and stuff like that. If they signed Rabiot and they were like, oh yes, like a 2-year deal and he's on like 150K a week, but I just would never see him doing that.
You never know though. You never know because again, the lure of the club and the positivity that is going like raining through. Some people think that's the place to be. So you don't be surprised that people accepting the deal. Juve doesn't want to stay, wants a fresh start. Man United is a big club. Like what people need to get into their minds and into their heads is they want to wear the red of Manchester. Like facts, that's it. So in those meetings, when you got these structure and these people that are selling a project to you, you're saying, yeah, I'd like to be a part of that. That sounds like a bit of me. So like while I'm like the petty side of me says, nah, man, turn us down. Like I'm not interested. I can't be that way when doing this deal because can Rabiot offer something? Absolutely. If you're fighting, like you've seen what Arsenal have done with what's the player that they got from Chelsea? He was a bit old, but then the midfielder. Oh, Jorginho. And he helped them, made them better. That was a big part. Like when they now started playing him in that midfield, he offered something. I don't know. Let's check Jorginho's age. How old is he?
Well, Rabiot's 29. Jorginho, probably similar age, I would have thought. 32. He's older. 32 kg.
There you go. Arsenal went in the market and picked him up, probably 31 at the time. But then because everyone gets into their mind, you get a player that's in their 30s and they can't do anything anymore, which is not really true. It's just like, sometimes it's clever to bring in those because they just have some, I think, like experience and know-how. While the team is getting really young, you got Cobbies, you got all these others in there and stuff, Euro, and it's quite young. You're going to need a little bit of, one thing I liked about Man United is, remember when teams tried to like bully us? We was right up for the fight. You couldn't bully us. It was like, oh, you want to play rough? Okay. We have that gear. You know what I mean? While we can play football, but then I never want, and I always go back to the game, Nottingham Forest, and they look at our team and say, these lot don't want it. I never want to see that again. Who doesn't want it?
Hurt you. That really hurt you, though.
Oh, my goodness. Because you shouldn't be able to look at our squad and say they don't want it. But then when my own players come out and say they wanted it more than us, then there's a problem. There's a mental block with the squad. And even Ivan Toney had the moment when we played against us. And it's like, Brentford were like, they don't want none of this. I'm sick of that. We need those. And that's what those other types of players give you. Those ones that have a little bit of self-belief, bit of arrogance, steps into the thing and says, I'm here. So we can't just rubbish Rabiot as much as we're like hurt about how he's acted in the past. If he's coming and he wants to play for United and wants to give us all, we have to look at it.
Well, interestingly, just looking at his salary at Juventus, I was under the impression it was much higher than this. So how accurate this comes from that website, Capology, ironically enough, but there's a lot of salaries and they're pretty close, particularly with the United ones. They're pretty close. The suggestion is that at Juventus, he was on £144,000 a week, which in Manchester United terms, by the way, he'd be right in the middle of our earners. Like that would not be anywhere. For reference, Marcus Rashford is on 300K. Again, I always use Donny as a benchmark for someone that didn't play for 4 years. He was on 120K. So he'd be in and around that number. I think Onana's 150, something like that. So it would have to be, it would have to be one of those ones. I'm not going to completely say absolutely no way. I think that it's really, really unlikely. But if Ineos could get a deal that suited them financially, and I don't think it'd be a long-term contract or anything like that. I don't think they would do a Casemiro of like, here's 5 years, at 300K a week or something like that. I don't think that would be happening. But let's say hypothetically, if they spoke to him and they said, look, 2-year deal with an optional the third or something, You're on 144. To be fair, if he came in on like 140k, that wouldn't bother me that much. And that's in the middle of what it is.
You gotta think to yourself. We gave Martial money for nothing. We gave Donny money for nothing. In terms of like, you look, in terms of the amount of games that you could actually play, you weren't.
Bear in mind, Mason Mount would earn £110,000 a week more than that.
Come on, man. I sometimes like it. I've warmed up to the idea of a Rabiot on a free. I've warmed up. This morning I weren't feeling it. I was totally in my feelings. But again, it's just another live flip flop right in front of your eyes, you know.
But it depends. But like I said, there's a lot of conditions on this one, isn't there? There's a lot of
it's conditional.
You know,
it's definitely conditional. But I just think that Man United are gonna need, with all these youngsters in there, like if it does get argy-bargy, I want to see real players running into the mix and into the fire, you know, because it always happens in games when tempers boil over. I need to see people that are on it, you know, and you know, like we're up for a fight. I need that.
KG. So you know Marca is a big Spanish outlet or whatever. You know, they're a big Real Madrid outlet, yeah. The attempts at covering up the embarrassment of Real Madrid of this happening, yeah. This is the story from Marca. It's just been put on Madrid Zone 4 minutes ago on Twitter. It says, Lille threatened Leny Yoro they would not play him for a year if he didn't sign with Manchester United, as per Marca. So Marca is saying, well, you do realise the only reason he joined Man United is because he got bullied. He's got bullied into it basically by Lille. That's the only reason. He wanted to join Real Madrid. And
he does, but I guess what? Real Madrid were never interested in him. Real Madrid were never interested.
And that's why, by the way, whenever you see those reports from like Marca or is it Dario AS or whatever, those like Madrid affiliated or Barca affiliated publications, like it's all bullshit.
Yeah. You know what Real Madrid need to do though? You know what Real Madrid will need to do to remind us of their standing and why they are the true Galacticos? I think they should send out a statement and go and sign Trent Alexander-Arnold.
Yeah,
I think that's what needs. Yeah. I think that's what they need to do. They need to restore balance within the force.
Yeah.
Go to Liverpool right now while they're having FSG conversations and say, "Hey, Trent, over here. Come and wear the white of. Come and wear the." Oh, we don't deserve it.
And just very briefly, very finally, Mason Greenwood, we should be getting an announcement regarding him today. Fabrizio Romano has tweeted that Mason Greenwood is on his way to medical test in Marseille, landed last night. United and Marseille have already exchanged formal documents for the Greenwood deal. Medical today, then contract signing. Marseille are set to unveil Greenwood soon. So, KG, the money's still coming in. The money's still coming in. Transfers are happening. And that's why I say when it comes to like the Rabiot stuff or anything else that we don't know yet, Ugarte, that might be the next move for Manchester United. Ugarte, as KG's already christened him.
Again, Yao Neves is on the apparently
PSG.
Very close to PSG. So they're too much. They're just way too heavy in that midfield, and they're gonna need some space. If we can bring in Ugarte on along with condition to buy, that's smart movement as well.
Do you think that maybe that's what United are waiting for then in that regard? They've got wind of they're going to get Neves, they're going to get a midfielder, so they're going to need to.
So they're going to need to, what do you call it? I've got my eye on that Yao Neves deal. Hopefully PSG do pick him up and we can go in and swoop in and take this guy on loan, because again, it's just midfield heavy, you know. So
and Joe Fleming with a super chat says Ineos aren't on that free transfer situation with Aaron Wan-Bissaka, saying that Wan-Bissaka will be sold. Well, they're definitely not interested in letting players go on a free. I think that's for sure. I think they're definitely, if you've got a year left in your contract now and there isn't the option to extend, i.e. like a Victor Lindelof, Victor Lindelof's getting sold in this transfer window. They're going to do everything in their power to make that one happen.
Turkish doesn't think that Ugarte can be loaned out, you know, but they're looking at it seriously with a thing to buy. That's a real thing. I've not made that up. He's like, Ugarte loan. KG, go back to sleep, my brother. If Vivell gets that done, I'm coming on your channel.
What's your nickname for Vivell?
I'm still trying, because it's just I don't know, man. Legend.
Because I tuned in last night. I tuned in last night to your show, and you were going for the Euro stuff, and you went Vivell. You're like you've just decided That is, it's Pavel. Like, you know, he'll start with him. I mean, in reality, it's Barada, you know, Ashworth, Pavel, all that kind of stuff. But he's been Pavel.
He's got to be
contract, mate. Long-term contract, mate.
The famous words of Rio.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah.
Pavel's. But there you go, guys. We are 30 likes away from 1,000 likes. So on the way out, click the like button. Let's get it to 1K like spin. An unbelievable morning. Of course, there's plenty more.
We got to call him Viv. We got to call him Viv.
Viv. Vivs.
Vivs. Yeah, Vivs. Vivs. That's it. With a Z. Vivs. I'm gonna meet you guys as well on tour.
I hope so. Yeah. Vivs.
Hey, Vivs, what's going on?
Who did you see over there? So Vivs. Vival. Oh, right. Gotcha. Yes. So I'll be live if anything else happens this day. Of course, you know, the Leny Yoro thing. We're waiting on the announcement anytime now. KG, that comedian.
Yes.
Rumor has it you're going to be live on your channel in what, about 10 minutes?
Yes, and I'll be talking about why we mustn't sign Yao Neves and we have to focus on bringing in Ugarte.
Loan deal, obligation to buy. Vivs. And What the Devil's coming out at 6 o'clock. We're out of here, guys. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a second.
Hold on. Don't tell me we've done something.
Well, I was just because when it gets 10 o'clock, I've been burnt with this before when you just wrap up the show and then something happens.
Yeah. Go and check. Hold on.
Oh, so no, this is about the Man United just tweeted something saying this time next week, the away kit, I think is going to be released.
Oh, is that new thingy one? That greenish, that Matt, I saw Leacher and son. Cool.
Well, I tell you what does look good. There's the third one. Have you seen the third one? Where it's like the Mancunian flag or something like that. It's proper. It's like white and all that. Yeah, it's good. It's very, very good. But yes, I think we're good. Anyway, guys, if something happens, I'll be back later on. But you're going to be redirected over to KG's channel right now. We're out there. Peace.